Happy December, everyone, and welcome back from Thanksgiving. I'm Calli Greenwald.
And I'm Christina Loguidice.
And we're here with this week's BTV News Update.
This is BTV.
Our top story this week is the Poetry Slam competition. The finals were just held, and Audrey Russo was there to cover the story.
The audience was packed, the lights were bright, and the mic was rocked at Binghamton Slam Poetry's final slam.
Oh, it gets a little tense.
Why? Because this slam was a competition. The poets in this final round earned a spot on the underground stage by performing at open mics and local poetry slams. Though 12 poets competed in the Binghamton finals, the one with the highest score is headed to the national competition in Texas. The finalists were scored by randomly selected audience members on a scale from 1 to 10. After the first round, 12 poets were whittled down to 6, then 3, then 1. Who was the winner? Lindsay Young, who read 3 poems during the competition. The senior psychology major says she's thrilled for her school slam poetry team to make their voices heard on the national level.
I want our team to get more recognition. I feel like we built a presence, we made our presence known the first time we went there, but I feel like because we're more experienced, we're ready to make ourselves more known.
Winners and scores aside, the slam poets say that performing poetry is about more than just competing.
It really forces people to get vulnerable in their work, and it forces people to get vulnerable on stage for a whole bunch of people.
Hawk says the art of slam poem writing is different for everyone, and that honesty is the most important factor.
I think every person has a very unique experience and life story, and I think that a lot of times people try to write a perfect slam poem and it doesn't really come off like that. I think the best slam poems that I've heard have been the ones where the poet is just uninhibited and shares their story.
Different styles, different voices, and different stories were shared on the Binghamton Finals stage, but all the poets had one thing in common. They all supported each other through snaps, claps, and words of encouragement.
It's and then when people speak, it's just do it. There's no rhyme or reason. That's the great part.
In Binghamton, Audrey Russo, BTV News.
In sports news, the men's basketball team has been doing well. They lost to Boston University 65-75, but they've also beaten Central Connecticut State 81-75, and they trounced Colgate 69-50. The men's team is now 2-4. They have a big game coming up as they play number 3 ranked Michigan State tomorrow. The women's basketball team hasn't seen their fair share of luck. They lost to Canisius 50-80, lost to Xavier 55-64, and they lost on a buzzer beater 65-67 to Brown University. They dropped to 2-5 on the year.
De-Stress December events are going on now. Check out some of the notable events happening on campus to help students de-stress. Some to note include a free film viewing of The Intern starring Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro on December 11th at 9 p.m. The Zoom Mobile on December 14th outside Bartle Library from 2 to 4, and free chair massages on December 15th from 2 to 3:30 at the Recreation Center.
Have you heard of the Binghamton Challenge program? Binghamton opened the Challenge Ropes course on campus in the fall of 2014. The Ropes course is a series of real and imaginary obstacles given to individuals and groups to solve problems and build teamwork. Binghamton is looking for donations to help maintain it, so if you want to donate, check out Binghamton's website.
Be aware, off-campus students, Binghamton's parking rules just went into effect. Make sure you're following the alternate side parking rules that went into effect on December 1st. Alternate side parking rules apply to all city streets except for metered parking and the exempt ones. Find out more on the City of Binghamton's website.
Before we get into more, let's take a look at another all-star story. Remember God of Carnage put on by the theater department? Well, we do. Kester Francis was on it and covered the play.
Good evening, Binghamton. This is Kester Francis at Channel 6 BTV News. Right now I am downstairs at the dressing room with the cast of God of Carnage. Now let's see what it's like in their perspective of what it takes to be an actor.
I'm Emily Mahoney, and I'm a senior.
I'm Stephanie Gomez. I'm a senior graduating in December.
This is Spencer, and this is Tom. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, Kester.
Nice to meet you. All right. And so how's it like working with the cast? How's it like working with each other when you were filming this? When you were performing this?
Well, it's a very small cast. There's only 4 of us, and we're all on stage for basically the whole duration of the play. So it's a lot of work together. That's basically what we've been doing the whole time, and I think we all got pretty close. It's very fun working together because it really depends on all four of us at all of the moments. So I think that's why this play specifically is really oriented towards us working together.
Yeah, it required us all to become close both on and off stage. Otherwise, you can't be mean to a person that you don't like, Then the person thinks you're actually being mean to them, and then the scene turns from a scripted altercation to like a real-life fist fight.
Incredible. These guys are so much fun, and Tom is a genius, and he made the environment so much fun and so free, and there was so much life, and it was just a pleasure to come to rehearsal every night.
And so, can you tell me, probably what's the hardest thing about being an actor?
Well, you have a lot more experience being yourself than you do being these other characters, so staying in character for however long, it's an hour and a half in this case, which is pretty short, but, staying in it and focused is sometimes really tough.
I think that it requires a lot of preparation, and that, being able to be free while on stage requires that you've done a lot of the work in rehearsals and outside of rehearsal to know, what you're doing, the circumstances, what you want, and to have all those things so that you can forget the lines, and then it's easy, and then, try to make it not be hard. Whereas it's definitely, I think, the preparation and the before time that's more of the hard work and the busy work to be put in.
Well, a lot of people have a misconception about acting, that you have to put on a character, put on a facade, put on a mask, but acting, the best actors are themselves, and they put themselves in the character, and that's why you can see Romeo and Juliet 6 times and it'll be a different performance every time.
This play is really hard physically because we're on stage for an hour and a half straight, and we have to be paying attention the whole time because it's one big long argument. So if you stop listening for a second, you're gonna miss something and you're gonna be thrown off. So
If you could give advice to any aspiring performers, what would it be?
just keep doing it. Just keep working, because you're never gonna stop learning, and you can never be perfect. And that's the most wonderful thing about acting.
And thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks again very much. See you soon, Kester.
See you soon.
It was a pleasure having you. And you, like I said, you were absolutely phenomenal on stage.
Thank you very much.
Do you like Popeyes, Bearcats? Binghamton will be getting a taste of Popeyes when it opens on 162 Main Street on December 15th. If you like New Orleans-style chicken, be sure to check it out.
The Multicultural Resource Center will be hosting a global fiesta in the UU Mandela Room from 5 to 7 on December 9th. Don't forget about the Ugly Sweater Run on December 13th. Race Day registration begins at 11 a.m. and the race starts at 12. The after party will start at 12:15.
That's all for this week, Bearcats. Good luck on finals, and get ready for a final episode before the break next week. I'm Christina Loguidice.
And I'm Calli Greenwald.
And this has been BTV News.
BTV.